Every NBA team's player most likely to be traded this summer. Before we start, I would like you to hit that red subscribe button so you never miss out on any of our videos. Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to SporTastic. Here are every NBA team's player most likely to be traded this summer. Number 1, Atlanta Hawks John Collins. The Atlanta Hawks should still be riding high after reaching the conference finals, despite several key players, DeAndre Hunter chief among them, preventing them from playing at full strength. Few teams have greater incentive to keep the whole gang together, plan on organic growth, and hopefully advance even deeper into the playoffs next season. The Hawks shouldn't be looking to move anyone, but external factors could force their hand on John Collins. Collins focused on the dirty work aspects of the game in Atlanta's playoff run, reducing his box score numbers while increasing his market value. He defended, he scrapped, he moved the ball, and he attacked the offensive glass relentlessly. If teams needed him to embrace a high-energy do-little-things role, Collins showed it to them. Because he's a restricted free agent, the Hawks can match any offer sheet to keep Collins, so the only way he might get loose is if Atlanta's hard line on what it's willing to pay him is below that of another team. In that scenario though, the Hawks could engineer a sign and trade agreement involving Collins, something that could help him get to a team he likes that doesn't have the cap space to ink him outright. That's an unlikely scenario though, but it may be the only one in which the Hawks will make a trade this offseason. Number 2, Boston Celtics, Grant Williams. With Al Horford's return and the Kemba Walker trade, Robert Williams III needs more minutes if he can ever stay healthy, and Tristan Thompson's superior experience, Grant Williams' role on the 2021-2022 Celtics is set to shrink. Even the small ball look that suits him best figure the function at least as well with Horford in the middle. Williams is just 22, and he upped his three-point accuracy rate to 37.2% last season. Intelligent crafter than most players his age and a good passer, he should have a decent trade value on a rookie scale deal that only pay him $2.6 million in 2021-2022. Number 3, Brooklyn Nets, DeAndre Hunter. The presence of 3 superstars afford the Brooklyn Nets several luxuries. They can get away with lineups that include limited specialists like Bruce Brown Jr. and castoffs like Blake Griffin. Kevin Durant, James Harden, and Kyrie can make almost any teammates look good. So, as long as said teammates have at least something to offer on the floor, DeAndre's 0 postseason minutes illustrate the limits of Brooklyn's roster-building privilege. His immobility and lack of offensive stretch rendered him unusable in the 2021 postseason. No shock after he posted by far the worst on and off splits of any Nets rotation player this year. Number 4, Charlotte Hornets, Devontae Graham. It feels risky to go with another sign and trade here, this time involving Devontae Graham, because such deals are historically uncommon. That said, Jerami Grant, Gordon Hayward, and Danilo Gallinari were all involved in that kind of transaction last offseason. None of those players were restricted free agents like Graham, but maybe the sign and trade is coming back into style across the board. The Charlotte Hornets, specifically, are set to take advantage of that option. LaMelo Ball will be the primary playmaker for years to come, and Terry Rozier is fresh off the best season of his career. Graham's inability to score efficiently inside the arc, career 39.5% on 2-point shots, is a conspicuous problem. But it's still been fair to label him as a quality starter over the last 2 seasons in Charlotte. He'd be confined to a backup role. Number 5, Chicago Bulls, Al-Farouq Aminu. Zach LaVine and Nikola Vucevic aren't going anywhere. Ditto for Patrick Williams, Kobe White, and Thaddeus Young, whom LaVine called the Chicago Bulls MVP in February. Restricted free agent Lauri Markkanen doesn't seem to have a future with his team after being demoted to the bench partway through the year. But a potential sign and trade with him would be complicated by arcane base year compensation rules. The better bet is for the number 7 pick in the 2017 draft to simply sign an offer sheet somewhere else and bounce. That leaves Al-Farouq Aminu atop the list of most unlikely options. He played a grand total of 6 games after coming aboard as part of the Vucevic deal and hasn't been a regular rotation option since 2018-19. On a $10.2 million expiring salary, he makes more sense as a trade chip than an on-court contributor in Chicago. Though the Bulls don't have a first-rounder available to trade until 2026, they could toss in a second-rounder to sweeten the pot if Aminu isn't viewed as a positive asset as his current pay rate. Then again, perhaps there's a contender out there that believes a veteran wing can move past the knee injuries he's faced over the last couple of years and return to the valuable 3-and-D form he showed during his best seasons with the Trailblazers. That expiring deal also limits the downside risk to any team acquiring the 30-year-old. This brings us to the end of our video. I hope you enjoyed it. Hit like if you did, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel so you don't miss any of our videos in the future. Also watch the next 2 videos that are on your screen because I'm sure you'll love them. With that, I'll see you in the next video.